Hi, welcome to today's video. Today I want to share with you some of my favourite thrift finds. Full disclosure, they weren't all thrifted, some were just secondhand that I either bought on Depop or I got from family, but let's just get straight into it. If my voice is a little funny, it's because I'm getting over a throat infection. Sorry, can't help it. It is what it is. Okay. Growing up, I wore secondhand clothes all the time. I had a cousin who was 7 years older than me and one 4 years older than me, so clothes would get kind of trickled down through us. And so I'm kind of very used to it. A lot of people in my personal life are grossed out by the idea of wearing secondhand clothes, especially thrift shopping. And I think that's kind of dumb because the planet is dying and there are so many clothes to already exist, we may as well use what's out. So I have a few things to show you. Most of them are jackets because my shape and size body is kind of hard to clothe and jackets are easy to find secondhand. So this is a corduroy jacket that was my dad's. He wore it for ages and then it went in his wardrobe and didn't get touched for like 10 years. And then he was getting rid of it, so I took it and it's been my most worn jacket since I've had it. That's been like, what, 3 years maybe? It's in like really good condition still. I do have the sleeves rolled up just because they are a little bit long. I think that if you like thrifting or just secondhand things in general, it's really handy to have some like basic hand sewing knowledge, especially for jackets. I find that linings rip quite quickly, and this jacket, for example, the entire lining, the seams kind of came undone, so I did put it off for like 2 years, but I did get around to stitching it up. It took me about 5 minutes and now it's perfectly fine. I really do love this jacket. It's just so easy to wear. That might sound a little silly, but it's one of those things that like you can wear on anything, so I love it. This next coat was my nana's and my mum has held on to it all these years, and it's the coat I wear when I'm like going somewhere fancy. If I'm wearing a nice dress or anything, this is my overcoat kind of thing. It is wonderful. It is also covered in hair. It's made of wool, so it is nice and warm, and it's just like a very classy style that you can kind of work into anything. But I do kind of keep it for special occasions because it was my nana's and I like to keep it in as good of condition as possible. But it is just like a really cool thing to own. I do love it. I did thrift a jacket that is kind of similar to that one right before the pandemic started, and it doesn't fit me anymore. So that's unfortunate. My mum's got it at the moment. She has worn it a couple times. But yeah, that would be on this list, but it doesn't currently fit me and I'm not wearing it, so. That one's also wool. I love thrifting woolen jackets. Speaking of woolen coats, this is another coat. This is what I call my brown coat because it's a coat and it's brown. This is more of like a slouch style. I don't know if that's what you'd actually call it, but it was my most worn coat a few winters ago, maybe like 2 winters ago. It's mostly made of wool, so it's nice and warm. This on like black jeans was my go-to outfit basically every time I left the house in the winter, so yes, it also goes quite nicely with a lot of my dresses. I like to wear quite warm tones and the brown just works really well with that. I have been called a bit of a hypocrite because I am vegan and I wear wool, but the difference to me is that I only buy wool secondhand. If it already exists, it's kind of out there anyway, so it's gonna last longer and is better for the environment than new polyester. So yeah, I do wear wool. I have a similar thing with leather. If it's secondhand, I will buy it if it's something I'm gonna get use out of, because real leather does wear a lot better and last longer than synthetic leather. So yeah, in case anyone wants to come for me about my like ethics, whatever. Next up I have a dress which I love. It is orange with a kind of cream and blue stripe. It's honestly really cute. I always layer it. To me this is like a winter dress. I wear it with either like a black turtleneck or I have like a white shirt with like massive puffy sleeves. This is great. I love this. This with that brown coat. A match made in heaven, truly. I got this on Depop a while ago. It's originally from Dangerfield though, Princess Highway. But yes, I love this dress so much. I've gotten loads of wear out of it, again, during the winter, just anytime I want to look like slightly put together. The next dress I have is this kind of floral one. I don't know how to really describe it. It's got some flowers. I love this dress, but it is a bit of a weird fit. So I did take in the sides a little bit. My proportions are kind of weird, so I did have to take in kind of the bust, but then it fit kind of nice around like my hips, but the waist is a little small, so I wear a belt with it. But I love it. This was my go-to concert dress for a while. I just realized how absolutely washed out I was. That's gross. Yes, I wore this to a lot of concerts because it's long, I can jump around. It's actually really cute. It's got like a separate layer, so there's like a bit of a frill. But yes, I really do love this dress. Again, with like a turtleneck under it, because I wear a turtleneck under everything. But yeah, just having basic like sewing skills is again so helpful with buying secondhand, because like you get to have a custom fit. If you can alter something, you can make it fit your body however you want, which is great. The last bit of clothing I'm going to show you is this jumper that I'm currently wearing. I always forget that I thrifted this. I forgot as I got dressed this morning, and then I realized I was going to film this, and I was like, well, right here. I got this for literally like $1. It was great. This has gotten so much wear. I love it because it's cropped. A lot of my jumpers are very long and I usually tuck them in, but sometimes I don't want that extra kind of bulk. It gets uncomfortable. So this is lovely and cropped and cute and green, and I love it. And lastly, we're going to talk about shoes, because I thrift a lot of shoes, and a lot of my favorite shoes. So first we have what I call my old lady shoes. They are these like little heels. They're, I guess, like a Mary Jane kind of style, and they are like my favorite thing ever. I got them for like $4, and they are, oh God, maybe my most worn shoe as of late, other than like my Converse, but they are leather. They actually were resold. Resold? Is that what they call that? They have new soles on them. I have fallen over in them a lot, but I think that's just because I'm clumsy and not the shoe's fault. One time was in the middle of a very busy road, but we're not going to talk about it. But yes, these are like my favorite little shoes. I've worn them so much this summer because they are that little bit nicer. I can wear them with dresses and feel a little more dressed up. This with that orange dress and brown coat is a perfect outfit. I'll say that. But yes, I really do love these shoes. A lot of people make fun of them, but I think they're so cute. Next we have my Doc Martens. My friend bought these secondhand and they didn't fit her properly, so I bought them from her. They are the Jadens. They are chunky. I don't wear them very often just because they are so heavy, and they don't really go with a lot of the things I wear, but I like having them. I replaced the laces with ribbons because I thought it was cute. But yeah, I think a lot of people like having a good chunky boot in their lives. And the last pair of shoes that I'd like to show you are this beautiful shiny pair of boots. Because they're so black, I think the camera's not going to pick up on them quite properly, but these were the first shoes I ever thrifted. I got them on Depop and I love them. One of the zips is kind of failing. It's kind of slips down a little bit while I wear it, but overall they're just like a really good boot. I love that they're like high shine. I don't really have any other shoes like that. But yeah, I love a good chunky heel. They're great. Honestly, I love these shoes, and I got them for like $14 or something, and they were basically new when I bought them. They're not anymore. They're absolutely torn apart at the heel, but that's completely fine because that's my own fault. So those are all the clothes I'm going to show you today. I have other things, but these are the ones that I like really love when I think of like good secondhand things that I own. These are those. So if you liked this video, you can give it a thumbs up. Do you thrift? Let me know. If you're from Australia, what are your favorite thrift stores? Let me know. I really want to find out where I can get some more cool stuff. Thank you for watching this video. You can give it a thumbs up. Let me know what your favourite thrift stores in Australia, if you live there, are, or what your favourite item that you've ever thrifted is. And that's all. Subscribe. I upload twice a week. I'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, I'm so distracted all of a sudden. My friend sent me a screenshot from a show that I like and it's thrown me off. Okay,